I have some spiels about coaching that I think will be very important if you are a coach or somebody who is a coach who sometimes gets a little bit in doubt. Should I do this? Should I keep going with this? Is this my path? This video will be really helpful for you. Or anytime you experience a little glitch of doubt, that happens sometimes to all of us. I've been doing this for years, and it's fascinating to me how throughout my journey, how I've had like little bouts of, is this really what I want to do? And every time I return to coaching, in such a more clear, more intentional, more thoughtful, and more depth to my knowledge of the industry, to my wanting to do this, to the difference that coaching really makes in the world, and really falling back in love with it every time. And I think it's also a gift. It is an opportunity. If you ever have experienced doubt, do I want to be a coach? Is this really what I want to do? And you keep coming back to it. That is a beautiful gift. Okay. Don't make the doubt mean something bad. Let the doubt show you the gift. Sorry, I have a little cold, so I have a cough drop in my mouth, and I'm sorry if it's not perfect, but here we are anyway. Today, I want to talk about the power of coaching and why it is so freaking so freaking important. Okay. So coaching is really the ultimate game changer in your life, in your business, in every single aspect of behavior change. And I believe so deeply in this that I have invested a lot of money into coaching because I believe in the power of it. And for me, I am like a lifelong learner. You'll always see me with the book in my hand, watching something that I'm going to try to learn, trying to learn a skill, acquire a skill, improve on a skill, master a skill. And that goes in multiple areas of my life, from health and fitness to organization, parenting, right? In every single area, I want to perform at my absolute best. And I want to do that in a loving way that supports myself today and my future self. And there is no other place where that can happen than in coaching. And so I am in love with coaching. This is something that I will always fall back to, something that I have utilized in my life in many different areas. And I want to share some of those with you today, because if you are a coach, it is, again, 100% natural and normal for you to have a human brain that sometimes is like, oh my God, is this even working? Like, do I want to do this? All of those kinds of doubts, questions, etc. come up. It's part of life because you have a human brain. Because sometimes our human brain likes to focus on 1 centimeter of negative feedback that we've ever received. And you're like, oh my God, is this what I want to do? Again, coaching is the life-changing game changer that allowed behavior change in my life. And I'm going to share with you some of those areas. So at the top of the list, losing 80 pounds. I would not have been able to lose 80 pounds if it wasn't for coaching. That is a shit ton of weight. It is a long ass journey that would not have been possible without coaching. Send generational patterns that I do not want to pass along to my children, right? One of the things that I have worked so hard on in the last 2 years is my parenting style, how I want to show up for my kids, how I want to have conversations with them, what I want our relationship to be. Making multiple 6 figures. Again, I'm not saying this to brag. I would have never been able to do that without coaching. I didn't even think I could make that much money. I didn't even think I could do that without somebody else giving me a paycheck. It wasn't until I went through coaching that I saw that. Now, did I know what to do? Yeah, because I had taken the courses. It wasn't until I was in coaching, in that deep relationship and having actual feedback on my actual thoughts that I kept having, that I was like, holy shit, no wonder. Like, Holy shit, no wonder that I keep not doing the damn thing. This one is super powerful, super deep. Being comfortable being me. Okay? That was a big one. Leaving a toxic relationship, creating boundaries for myself that support my highest good. So again, like eliminating all the negative self-talk that I had. And that doesn't mean I don't have spouts of it or episodes of it or weeks that are harder or days that are harder. But in general, my self-talk is 1,000 times better than it ever was before. Okay, what else? Parent consciously rather than reactively. That kind of ties in with the generational patterns. Manage my time and energy in a way that serves my body and my goals. Okay, huge. How about along with that, beat procrastination? I used to be the person that procrastinated on everything until the last minute. I worked for 1 entire year on just honoring my word to myself and my ability to follow my schedule. It took a whole year. And I say that because I think so often we're, oh my God, I just want the result. It should be so fast. Why can't I get over this? It takes work. And the work meaning like pounding the pavement, looking at what you're thinking about, going back and thinking on purpose about those things, redoing it on purpose in your brain as a trial run, redoing it with your coach, going back to your coach and saying, hey, this is what I keep thinking. What the hell? Right? It is a trial and error process, and you need time for your brain to fully rewire. And you want that rewiring to last. And so, yes, you can create new neural networks. And what that basically means is like new ways that your habits form and that you are that your neurons are firing in a new way that avoid the old route. So if the old route is like every time you pass yourself in the mirror, you're like, oh my God, you're so ugly and fat. Hello, it's going to take time to rewire that if you've said that to yourself for 30, 40 years or however old you are. So it's important that you are realistic with yourself about how long that change is going to take, and loving and generous and thoughtful and intentional every step of the way. And as you can tell from this conversation, every single bit of it starts with 100% ownership of how you show up, what you are thinking about, how you're getting help, if you're getting help in the program that you're in, if you're going back and having those deeper conversations with your coach, if you are bringing things to coaching openly. Right? There's so much more depth to that. I'm going to keep going with the list. Helping hundreds of people all over the world, create job opportunities for people all over the world, and trusting myself to do what I say I will do. The list goes on and on. And in a single word, coaching is what translates knowledge to application. That's the difference that coaching makes. It is taking the knowledge. If you want to lose 80 pounds, you got to eat less. Everyone knows that, right? Are we doing that? Are we actually transforming ourselves? And if not, coaching allows for that behavior change. It allows for the deeper conversation beyond the what to do. The what to do is important. The strategy is important. Yes, you have to do a strategy that is doable for you, but the actual transformation happens when you're willing to actually have conversations about more than just the how do I do. And I love it because a coach is there to teach you the important information in their strategy, their process, etc. But most importantly, how to apply that to yourself to make a lasting change. And what I love to do and why I niched down to coaches only was a couple of years ago after having something really big happen in my personal life. I saw that the trajectory that I was on with coaching took me to a place that I wanted for the rest of the world to go to. And that doesn't mean I think I'm better than anyone. It doesn't mean I think I'm like the bee's knees or better. People have said to me, oh my God, you're like, so whatever, like putting me on a pedestal. My answer to that is I'm human just like you. And I'm a nurse, so I will say stuff like, I shit and pee just like you, like everybody else does. And the reality is, every single person needs coaching in their life to actually apply the knowledge of whatever it is that they are trying to work on. And I believe if every single person had a coach, our world would be such a better place. Everybody would be a lot more emotionally intelligent, a lot more in tune with themselves and what they actually want versus what society or other people have pressured them to want. They would be more able to communicate boundaries and expectations and all kinds of communication things that need to be learned. Those are skills that absolutely hands down need to be learned. And more importantly, they would be able to perform at their highest level for where they are right now. And I know everybody is doing the best that they can right now with the tools they have. And I know for a fact that with the tools that coaching is allowed to provide people, everybody else, including like people who are outside of our industry, right? Everybody in the world would be performing at a level and behaving in a way that they are more proud of, which would just make a better society. So that is my spiel about coaching. I hope that for anyone, if you know anyone, if you have a friend who's, I don't know, should I keep doing this coaching thing? Please tell them about this video. Share this video with them. And I would love to hear from you. What are some of the things that coaching has done for you? What are some of the things that you have been able to apply because of coaching? All right, have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.